All right, y'all, we back. More EBT Chronicles. It's an unfortunate situation, but people are really ready to go to war with the government and these grocery stores over this EBT. Somebody actually sent me this video. I haven't seen it yet, but let's check it out and we're going to react to it.
Three kids. Cutting off my Section 8 is like cutting off my air supply. How am I going to breathe and make these and help have these kids breathing as well? I mean, Donald Trump is playing with fire that he don't need to be playing with, and he gonna mess around and get burnt. I don't agree with you cutting off our Section 8. The way I view EBT and stuff like that, EBT has been more prevalent in our black lives than our fathers, right? The government, you did this. You got us addicted to EBT. You made the EBT and food stamps more made us more dependent on them more than our fathers, right? The government replaced our fathers with EBT. So how are you going to take that away from us? You are no different from the deadbeat baby daddies, right? You are no different from the black man that you remove from our homes. Now first off, you remove our fathers, right? And you became our fathers. Now you gonna dip. So now you leaving us with nobody, right? Now you trying to leave us with nobody. Hey, Danielle, I'm mad that Donald Trump is cutting off my air supply.
Hey, let me just say this before I react to it. He kind of got a point, right? The United States government did sort of incentivize women to become single in order to get food stamps, but that's a totally different story for a totally different video.
I mean, my food stamps. Because I'm trying not to get mad because I'm thinking that it minds. If I come there, if I check my phone on the field and my food stamps is not on my bill, I'm going still on a stealing spree. And I'm the same amount of my food stamp benefit. Police pulled me over. Well, how come you stole $975 worth of food? Because that was $975 I was getting in food stamps. Donald Trump did what's up? Like, this is not no bullshit, right? It's not no bullshit. You removed our fathers and you became our fathers. So now, since we've been dependent on you to take care of us like our father's supposed to, you gonna dip. You gonna act just like the black men that left us. We are victims of not having a father. So now who we got to blame? At least when our fathers weren't around, when our fathers did, at least we can say we had the government to run to. But now the government leaving us. Now who we gonna blame? Who can we go to tell on the government? The government is playing with our lively supplies. This is some stuff that we are entitled to. I'm entitled to this. I don't understand what's wrong with Uncle Sam. But we're going to fight back, though. All us recipients, let's put our boots to the ground and we got to fight back. You cut off our food stamps, we're going to go take that money. Then take exactly what you're supposed to get. If you get $291, go steal $291. So they're going to be like, why is these people stealing of the same amount that they receive on food share? Then they would get it. The motherfuckers was hungry. You trained us to depend on y'all when y'all said the best interest of the child was to be with our mothers. You did this. So you became our daddy, government. I don't care if I'm old. How many people live with their parents at 30, 40? The government used you. We trusted you to be our backbone. I'm trying to give y'all some leeway, okay? For my past 40 years of living, the government food stamps never missed a beat. It always showed up right on time. A way lot better than all of our daddies. Our daddy missed plenty months, birthdays and weekends. So I'm gonna give you this month. Come December, I better have at least my food stamps in half of the last month.
I mean, he's not wrong, but I guess I just have a different perspective. It's just the hustler in me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was once, my wife and I, like, we had food stamps before, but it didn't last long, right? It was literally like less than 6 months, maybe. It wasn't like a lifetime thing. It was literally less than 6 months. It was around the time that my son was born. But after that, got stuff to hustle up. That's just me. But again, he's not wrong. I mean, the government did kind of create a monster. Originally, food stamps were designed from my understanding of reading history, were designed to assist white Americans. Obviously, there are more of them, so there are more of them on food stamps. It's just that some of these messages get amplified because we are culture. We tend to come to the internet with a lot of this stuff. And, I just think that from this, right, like once this passes, right, Congress will come to the table with a deal and they will, fund these things over again. But I think that everyone should learn moving forward that you got to fend for yourself. Start a business, get some sort of certification, get a job, because you can't depend on this. If really the Republicans get their way, they will get rid of that just to say that they're saving money or cut back on it, right? They already want to, adjust healthcare, right? And, and the cost of it is going to go up. But the thing is, like, you can't depend on even them to even, give you money toward that or pay for certain things with that. And damn sure not food stamps, because they look at that as like a socialist program, right? So it's unfortunate that people have to come to, well, I'm going to just steal, and I could definitely see people going out and start looting grocery stores, and it's messed up because it's not the grocery store owner's fault, right? They're doing their job, they're providing the food, but it's the government side that has to fund it, which has this guy caught in between a rock and a hard place where it's like, well, do I just wait and we not eat, or do I just start going in these stores and grabbing stuff, right? And then the unfortunate thing with that is, if they have a loss prevention team or if they have police on site, well, now you're going to jail. So now you got kids without a father because you went and shoplifted over a certain amount, which could land you a felony. And that's the other side of it. Like, now you got a case. Now you got to spend money to bail out that you don't have, right? So I guess to me, in my mind, and again, I've talked about this in previous videos, where you are geographically is very important. Very important, right? Because I talked about this in a previous video, how I went to like a lower income neighborhood and I was talking about I just asked people that I know, in the hood, hey, you know about blockchain or artificial intelligence? And they had no idea, right? No idea. And I'm just thinking in my mind, like, damn, and again, some people's circumstances are so messed up that they can't think like that, right? Because they have to figure out where their next dollar is, right? And it's like, dang, like you have a chance to really get ahead in life, but you don't know that chance is there. And because you don't know it's there, hindsight is always 20/20, but you're going to be fucked because you don't have the skill sets that you need to get now to help yourself in the future, right? And this is kind of one of those things, right? Like, and this is going to happen again. Right? The history repeats itself, right? So the thing is, like, if you're watching this and your food stamps are cut off or whatever, do something so that you don't have to ever be in this situation again. And it's unfortunate that he has to go this route. Even to think about having to go this route. And people got to learn to change, man. You can't depend on the government anymore. You can't depend on a job. You just can't depend on a lot of stuff. You got to have a backup to the backup to the backup, right? And for most people, that's not really an option. But you're going to become a victim to that circumstance if you don't grab life by the balls and just do what you got to do. Like, just figure something out. And again, like I said, it's unfortunate. Like, I don't even know what I would even tell this guy, right? For me, it's all about skilling up. I'm skilling up every day. It doesn't matter what it is, but this is unfortunate.
Or it's gonna be something. Or it's gonna be something. I know a lot of people talking about, well, you need to go back to work. You need to go back to work. I got kids. I can't go to work. I cannot go to work. I don't want to go to work. I got kids. This is what the government for. I said go to bed. I am not in no good mood today. What you mean what happened? They trying to cut us off next month for food stamps. One thing I'm gonna beat up is that damn grocery store. They better have. I think the grocery store is gonna have locks on all the grocery stores, because they know the majority of people come in there is 90% of people that come in there has food stamps. So what they gonna do? They know 90% of us gonna go to the grocery stores stealing. So they gonna come November, from November to about November 16th, they gonna have all the grocery stores locked. Cause they know we own some bullshit. They know we need. They know we didn't get our food stamps. So when they see all these people in their grocery stores, they don't have enough security to stop all of us from stealing their shit. They know we gonna be stealing. They know we gonna be stealing. They know this. They can't, welfare recipients, let's stand up. They can't take all us to jail. If we do all, and I'm talking about, we gonna lose all the grocery store. We gonna lose my cousin's house, the bougie ones that spend $10,000 on food every month. That's when we're gonna be visiting our bougie family members, stealing their shit. You not gonna stop. You can't stop us. Been in our lives. EBT been in our lives since I was a baby. We love EBT. I love EBT more than I love my father. Most of us welfare recipients do. Why you think it's an uproar when EBT talking about leaving? That goes to show you that we got more love in our hearts for EBT than our own fucking daddies. Because there's not no uproar when my daddy died. Low key, I was happy when the motherfucker left. And most of us welfare recipients don't give a damn about our daddies died. But Donald Trump, Uncle Sam, you talking about EBT dying? Oh, that's gonna hurt the whole America. I think Donald Trump just doing this to teach us his lessons, to really show how much we really appreciate. I didn't realize the appreciation that we have for food stamps until Donald Trump started playing with our fucking planet.
That's enough for me. But look, this is what I'm gonna say. America is a lot better than most countries. Most countries, they don't even get that. And people be complaining, oh my God, America is so bad. You heard him just say, hey, man, I appreciate the food stamps, right? So, it could be worse. It could be worse. Some of these third world countries, they don't even get that. They gotta go. Some of these countries, they gotta go in the woods and kill something to get to be able to eat. So, with that being said, America is a lot better place than most countries. I promise you that. Right? So just think about that. If worst come to worst, you can get food stamps to get some food. You can get state health insurance to get some health insurance versus some of these other countries where you're not getting shit. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments. This is actually a wild situation, and I hope it doesn't come to people actually running in stores, taking food, and possibly going to jail. And I see this in DC. A lot of stores have been closing because people have been stealing, and we don't want to see you lose food in your communities. Over all of this, this is a huge domino effect that I hate to see happen to people. Everybody out there, it's time to skill up, and that's just real.